What's good, y'all? Out in Colorado once again for another backpacking adventure, this time in Colorado's second largest wilderness area, the Flat Tops Wilderness. This is a place that I've been hearing about since I was a kid and have been wanting to get up here forever and ever, and now is finally the time. We're going to take on about a 20-mile loop around the Flat Tops Wilderness. It's going to include the major points of interest are lakes up here, lots of lakes. We're starting here at Trappers Lake, and we're going to proceed up to Island Lake. We'll see as well Wall Lake, as well as many other lakes. But this place is absolutely stunning, and again, a place I've wanted to go forever and ever. So I am looking forward to this so very much. Let's go get it. Vámonos! We have now worked ourselves about 2 miles up trail, worked ourselves up out of Trappers Lake, which, as I'm sure you could tell, is just an epic place, an absolutely beautiful place that you could probably spend days at just there. But so again, we've worked our way 2 miles, worked our way out of Trappers Lake, and have now begun the climb up this valley, which, as you can see behind me, is more stunning stuff to come. We're going to continue up this valley. Back up in there eventually is where we're headed. You can kind of see right about there is ultimately where we're going to end up later this afternoon. But we're going to work our way up this valley, probably stop at a lake called Parvin Lake, which is right before the big climb to get up top there. But one hell of a start, I gotta say. And before we get started moving on up the trail, the one other thing I just wanted to kind of make mention of, kind of point out, is this burn scar. As you can tell, these fallen trees are as the result of a fire. Actually, I think it's some 24 years ago right now. I'm pretty sure it's from back in 2002. And this great swaths of the Flat Tops Wilderness were affected. And as we peruse around this valley, you can obviously see the burn scar has left its mark and still here 24 years later. Mother Nature doing its thing, but has a beautifulness all its own too, the burn scar. I think that fire was started by lightning, so the cycles of the forest at play. over 5 miles in now, and I made my way up to here at Parvin Lake. As I indicated earlier, I've been here about an hour. I filtered some water, had a little early lunch and a little siesta up here just to get ready. An absolutely beautiful place, by the way. But this is kind of the place before the last big climb. You climb up to the top to one of the flat tops up there, hence the flat top name, where we're gonna join the Island Lake Trail. We've been on the Carhart Trail to this point in time. I think we actually may have joined at this point the Trappers Lake Trail as well. But ultimately, in another maybe 2 miles after a pretty substantial climb, I think we're gonna climb about 700-800 feet here over the course of the next half mile. We'll meet up with the Island Lake, and then we will dip down into Island Lake, like a 300-400 foot descent down into Island Lake, which is kind of the highlight, I think, or at least based on the research that I've done. So I'm so much looking forward to that. Another 3.5 miles or so to there. So wrapping it up here, let's keep it moving. So we've made our way to Island Lakes. The upper Island Lake we've seen to this point, which you might have seen in the video I took, is super low. The island is joined on to the main. It's a peninsula at this point in time, based on the low snowfall count of this year. Hence the wildfires. It's really obviously taking a toll, and it's showing its teeth up here too with the low lake levels. But this that aside, this valley right here, this Island Lakes Valley, absolutely beautiful. But as you can see, we've got the hammock all strung up. We're just about approaching sunset. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to go up on the South Derby Trail to get kind of above the lake, so we can get views of both the upper Island Lake, which we've already seen, and the lower Island Lake as well. And I think we're going to get some really good views up there. So we're going to move the operation up there and check out sunset. All right, well, after another hammock snooze, we are all packed up and just about ready to pull on out of here. We are this morning going to go ahead and retrace our steps that we took on the Island Lake Trail to get down in here. We're going to go back up and out of Island Lake the way we came, about 2.5 miles to rejoin that Trappers Lake Trail that we were on. And right about there, it meets up with the Wall Lake Trail. So we're going to go ahead and take the Wall Lake Trail and loop it back in. About 11 or 12 miles today, so quite a bit to go, but it's mostly downhill. So just kind of get up on top of the ridge and just cruise on out of here to get ourselves over to Wall Lake. About 4-ish miles in this morning, we, as you saw, came back out of Island Lake, took the Island Lakes Trail back onto the Trappers Lake Trail, which we are currently on. I didn't realize it's about 2 or 3 miles of Trappers Lake Trail before you meet up with the Wall Lake Trail, which we'll be meeting up with soon. And then we'll take that down to Wall Lake, which is the last kind of big ticket lake on this adventure. So about a mile, like I say, to the Wall Lake Trail, then 2 or 3 miles to the actual Wall Lake itself, and then another, I think, 4 or 5 out of there. I think I'm about 8.5 miles from the car at this point in time. So we are rounding second base, coming in for third right now. just got done eating lunch there at Wall Lake, which you saw and lived up to the billing. Was absolutely glorious. Couldn't think of a better place to just sit above that lake and eat my my pepperoni cheese tortillas. That was a magical lunch. But at this point, we are now 5 miles out from the car, so we're in the home stretch. We're going to do, I know, one set of switchbacks going down and then kind of cruise on past Trappers Lake and then on back to the car. So home stretch. All right, well, we have sashayed ourselves back to the car, and I've now completed the Trappers Lake, Island Lake, and Wall Lake loop here in the Flat Tops Wilderness of northwestern Colorado. I really wish it hadn't taken me 49 years to get up to this place, but it was well worth the wait. Hands down, my favorite backpacking trip I've ever been on. Such a unique topography up here with the flat top mountains, the gorgeous alpine lakes, just absolutely gorgeous. Ended up being about 23 miles all told, about 3,000 feet of elevation gain. So not too terribly awful as far as the elevation gain is concerned, but views in spades just everywhere. Again, my favorite backpacking trip I've ever been on. If you've made it this far, I want to thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next one.